Hi, welcome to the QuickIT.net. My name is Amruta and today we will going to learn about the grid component. Okay, in that component we have seen last time the distributor is also part of their hub. Okay, so if you see over here, okay, distributor is also the component of my hub. So the distributor is aware of all the nodes and their capability. Its main role is to receive the new session request. Okay, so what is the role of distributor? To receive new session request and find a suitable node where the session can be created. After the session is created, the distributor stores in the session map the relationship between the session ID and the node where the session is being executed. Okay, node can be present. These are the nodes, right? So node can be present several times in a grid. Each node can take care of managing the slot for the available browser of the machine where it is running. The node registers itself to the distributor through the event bus. Okay, through this event bus, and its configuration sent as a part of the registration message. By default, the node auto-register all the browser driver available on the path of the machine where it runs. It also creates one slot per available CPU for Chromium-based browser and the Firefox. For Safari and the Internet Explorer, only one slot is created. Through a specific configuration, it can run session in a Docker container or relay command. You can see more configuration detail in a next session. A node only executes the receive command. It does not evaluate, make a judgments or control anything. The machine where the node is running does not need to have the same operating system as other component. For an example, a window node might have the capability of offering Internet Explorer as a browser option, whereas this will not be possible on the Linux and the Mac session map. Okay, so this is the session map, is a data store that keeps the information of the session ID and the node where the session is running. It serves as a support for the router in the process of forwarding a request to the node. The router will ask the session map for the node associated to the session ID. New session queue. New session queue hold all the new session requests in a FIFO order, first in first out order. It has a configurable parameter for setting the request timeout and request retry interval. The router adds the new session request to the new session queue and waits for the response. The new session queue regularly checks if any request in the queue has timeouts. If so, the request is rejected and removed immediately. The distributor regularly checks if a slot is available. If so, the distributor requests the new session queue for the first matching request. The distributor then attempt to create a new session. Once the requested capability match the capabilities of any of the free node slot, the distributor attempt to get the available slot. If all slots are busy, then the distributor will ask the queue to add the request to the front of the queue. If request timeouts while retrying or adding to the front of the queue, it is rejected. After a session is created successfully, the distributor sends the session information to a new session queue. The new session queue sends the response back to the client event bus. Event bus serves as communication path between the nodes, distributor, new session queue, and session map. The grid does most of its internal communication through a messages, avoiding expensive HTTP call. When starting the grid in its fully distributed mode, the event bus is the first component that should be started. Okay, in the next session we will going to see how to run your own grid. Okay, so keep coding along with me. Happy testing.